It's time for our Oyen United Kangas report. The Kangas are on the board. And I'll tell you what, Andrew Willsmore, he's got tractor legs, but it's not actually from driving around chasing after Dallas, who gets bogged on the farm. It actually is from driving the mower around the Underbull Oval, which is going to be the venue this weekend. He joins us now. Andrew, how are you?
I'm well, mate. I'm well. And, very excited to be back at the Bull this weekend.
Yes, you are. So a little bit of a background. How is the oval looking, and has the mower been used?
Yes. No, the ground's in absolute pristine condition, mate. So hats off to Ash Corbett and his team of curators. It's looking magnificent. We had a bit more rain during the week, which is wonderful yet again. It seems to rain every week here at the minute, which is good. But very excited. We play our 3 games out here during the year, so we really try and turn them into marquee events. And we're all set up and ready to go. So,
all right. Set up. Is there anything special happening with the marquee event on this occasion this weekend?
I think the crew have got a trivia night organised for Saturday night. And there'll be a few things going on. We have a ladies' day on one of our other home games. So, we always try and turn it into a special day out here at Underbull. Seeing as we only get the 3, but we really put a lot of work into it.
Oh, it's great stuff. And of course, at last week's game, you travelled up to Kenny Park, and Merbeam was the opponent, and it was a beautiful win by the Owen United Kangas, 13-9 to 10-6. It was close throughout. You had to come from behind after a great first half from Merbeam, and then you turned it on in a third quarter to hit the front, and then came home. It was magnificent from the Kangas.
Yeah, what a great day. I wouldn't say it started out real well. We were 7 goals to 1 down in the first quarter, and things were not looking pretty, and we thought, here we go again. But we lost our full forward in the second quarter with a calf, and it forced us to restructure a little bit, and rightly or wrongly, it just seemed to click, and away we went. But there was a couple of pivotal moments in the game, and they happened to be created by the same bloke in James Morris. So he got a free kick right on the halftime siren and kicked a goal, and just gave us that bit of momentum and enthusiasm. And then in the third quarter, after the siren, same bloke, same situation, free kick after the siren, kicked a goal. And that, if you've ever met James Morris, he is one of the most enthusiastic blokes you're ever going to find on a football field. So after he high-fived all the team, he did 3 laps of the ground. I think he even got out to the car park and got a couple of high-fives off some blokes. But that momentum was just tremendous, and we took it into the last quarter and got a win. Great
stuff. Kane Stevens, very good. Sam O'Shaughnessy, this kid can play and was magnificent again for the Owen United Kangas. What happened in other senior footy, Redcliffe's over South Mildura in an absolute shootout. It was 17-11 to 15-7. Imperials 14-13 to Robinvale 8-6. A good win there by the Green Men. And Orimple 18-13 easily over Mildura at Henshaw Wood 9-7. As we go over to reserves, and this was a really good ding-dong battle early, and out they came to play. It was a magnificent performance. So the Owen United Kangas couldn't quite get it done in the end, but it was a good game of football in the end. 9 goals was by the boys from Merbeam. They just got home over your 5-1.
Yeah, and it was a really close game. So looking at the scoreboard, it didn't really reflect the game. With 10 minutes to go, we were only 5 points down and looking to actually hit the front. But to their credit, they kicked the last 4 unanswered goals, whether we ran out of legs or the whole thing sort of just fell apart. So we're really disappointed in the way that last 10 minutes went, but it was a good game of footy.
Harradine for them got loose and kicked some goals, 5 of them. Nathan Lawson, a couple for your lads, which was a good effort. Under 18 competition, this has been a real excitement situation as your lads are putting on a really good show. You've got a good set of lads coming through here, and they won 10-1-61 to Merbeam, 7-8-50. A terrific effort from the 18s.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with losing Sam. He went up into the seniors, of course. So once he was gone, everyone else had to really step up and find another 10%, which they did. They playing really good footy under our mate Benny Miles. So, yeah, excellent effort by them boys. So they realised that they all had to find a little bit extra to cover Sam, and they did. So it was a really, really good win, really spirited effort.
A good one. Billy Cadillac with 3. Jack O'Shaughnessy also coming good with 3. Caleb Farnsworth, a good game from him, probably one of his best. Ethan Munro, Billy, and also Aidan Pengelly in amongst the better players. No under 16s here, so let's go to the 14s. And unfortunately, the boys in the 14s are going to have probably a tough season, I reckon, here.
They are. But we hit the scoreboard this week, so it was an improved effort on the week before. So, they're really going to struggle with numbers. But look, it's all about getting out and have a kick. And I think young Finn Brown, again, was named in the best. So he's going to be a really good footballer in the future. Good look kid.
Yeah, along with Bowden Hastings and Calais Mackenzie. Good name, that one. The Calais, like a purring old Holden there. And Corbin Copeman kicked a goal to add to Finn Brown's efforts, which was good to see. And in the kiddies in the morning, they don't give us a score, but it is good for the young ones in the morning to get a go at running around on the park. They say that it's no score, but I think the kids keep count. But I suspect that amongst them, Roy Grayling, Levi Pengelly, Darcy Plant, Hunter Brown, Nate Singleton, and Rory Nihil were the better players.
Yeah, Niall, yep, for sure. It's all about getting out there and having a kick. So, they're first there, kicking the dew off and really enjoying it. So it's all about, running around with your mates, which they really enjoy. So, it's good.
So they'll be running around with their mates. How do you get the games on Underbull? There's obviously a number of grades. Do you start really early, or do you use the old school oval, or how do you put them out onto the park?
Yeah, we use the primary school ground for the junior grade, so that's just up the road, so you can walk there. And they're up there, so it works out pretty well. We've got both grounds looking really good, and it should be good, mate. We're pretty excited about it.
I bet you are. First game at Underbull for the season, and we've had so much interruption the last 2 years, no football, and then interrupted last year. So back to some normality at Underbull, and it's Irimple, a nemesis side. The Swallows, they might just breeze into those mallee trees and give you some problems at Underbull in the senior match.
No doubt. They're a powerhouse. Been the benchmark for a long time now, and they're obviously up and firing this year and looking really, really strong. So, we're under no illusions that it's going to be easy. We're just hopefully our home ground advantage and, out here at Underbull that gives us a slight edge. But we've had a few changes. There's a few ins and a few outs. So we're just trying to get as much game time into this unit as we can. The more time they play together, the better they're going to get. And, we're in for a tough day. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but in terms of the clashes around the grounds, you've got Coughlin. He's been the premier player in Sunraysia. He takes on Dallas Willsmore, who comes into this as one of the best players in the league. So suddenly you've got a really good midfield clash there.
Yeah, there's going to be some matchups all around the ground, which will be very interesting to see as to who they send to Kane Stevens. As you mentioned earlier, he was dominant last week. He's a competitive beast. He comes from a rugby background, so the tackling side of things and the hardness he absolutely thrives on. We stopped counting after 40-odd touches. He kicked 3 goals. He was just out and out brilliant. So they'll have to look at him and try and match him up. And there'll be a few ducks and drakes going on as to who goes to who and what goes where, but we'll just try and get them right on our end and see how we go.
Right, you've got to pick Benny Mole and Timmy Gloucester in the key positions in defence. They'll be supported by Dean Jardine, that valuable player, and Liam Munro and Alex Morris off half-back will drive and give you something up forward, while you've got no doubt big Jeffries and Sam Mead doing some good work. Sam O'Shaughnessy could also be elusive around the packs and necessary, and big Andre Perella in the ruck that has a very big task to get first use of the ball to Kane Stevens and Heath Smith. It is a beauty. It's going to be a ripper of a game at Underbull. Okay, reserve grade. With players coming up into seniors and some dropping back, how do your reserves look?
We're going to be short. I think we've had to drag a couple out of the under-18, so not a lot to play with. Unfortunately, we've got a few niggling injuries, some calves and some quads and all them little injuries that you get during the year, and some pivotal players as well. So going to hurt us, no doubt, and the seniors have taken a couple of our better players back up into their grades. So the boys are really going to have to be on it tomorrow. Well, yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a tough ask, but once again, you just get out and do your best, and you never know. We'll see how we go.
Some of the young guns coming through are taking their place in senior football, and Bailey Pengelly and Lockie Comrie. Good to see those kids to do well. Jake Cresp at centre half back is going to be necessary there to stop the flow with Chiswell, but it is going to be Lawson up forward who will be relied upon, and Big Todd Barker in the ruck. Over to the 18s, and I know that these lads will come out onto the beautiful Underville turf, and they will put the hand down and to get a bit of that green grass that's been cut there by the team. They will look forward to a ripping game of football against Irimple. Do you reckon they can be competitive here?
I think so. They'll carry their momentum through. They've had a really good week on the track, and I think that, look, if they can continue to play the way they have been, they'll be more than competitive. It's once again a big ask, but look, they get their full list on the park, and they're obviously missing Sam again, who's in the seniors, but yeah, they'll be there or thereabouts. They've got a really strong belief and a good bunch of kids that are following Benny in, and they seem to be going well.
Yeah, it's good stuff. There's a few family names here. There's some Valance there, and there's some Nile, and there's some Farnsworth, and some O'Shaughnessy, and there's some Pengellys and Munros. So there's plenty of good names there, and the kids obviously may be a little bit against a very, very bigger-bodied and very well-drilled Irimple. Might be tough. And down to the 14s, I guess it's going to be just put a team on the park with what you have this weekend.
Yeah, exactly that. So put everyone down back, I reckon. We'll put 18 behind the ball and see how we go.
You might not be able to do that with the new rule system in place, but it'll be good to see the kids. Some of the kids that are amongst it, young Grace and Shaddock, and good to see Corbin Copeman and Finn Brown. They'll have to do some damage pretty much to see some score for the day in that grade. All right, it's a big day at Underbull. It's going to be a good night too. It's sort of kind of like one of the really important social gatherings for the year when you have your home games these days, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to make the most of them. Just get everyone into the club rooms after the game, and hopefully we can celebrate a win or two, and just get around everybody and enjoy the social side of footy as well as what we can do out on the park.
Yeah, great stuff. Andrew Wilsmore talking Own United Kangas, and I look forward to chatting with you next week. Hopefully, as you say, with a win or two under your belt, but also some good stories out of the day.
Cheers, mate.